of pleasurable relaxation and diversion for you and your family. Did you fail to dress up for tonight's show? No tie, an old shirt and slacks, a house dress? Well, don't give it a thought. We're glad you came as you are. We just want you to enjoy yourselves. Don't forget to visit our refreshment center during the intermission or any time. You love the tasty array of snacks we have to offer. So will the youngsters. Everything is quality and so good. We hope you'll make this a weekly visit. Bring the family. Bring your friends. There are always wonderful new pictures to see, delightful snacks to nibble, a gay, pleasant evening for all. Oh, a word of caution. Don't drive over 10 miles an hour in the theater area for your safety's sake. And Mom or Pop, go with the kids when they leave the car. We hope you have a wonderful time. Come back soon.
It's 4 minutes till showtime.
Hey, fellas, don't fight over that hot dog. There's plenty for everyone. Big, plump, and juicy, wrapped in an oven-fresh bun. Add mustard, relish, ketchup, and go to work. Yes, the hot dogs at our refreshment center are the best you'll find anywhere. Everybody agrees on that.
It's 3 minutes till showtime.
Thirsty? The refreshment stand is open with everything to satisfy your taste buds. Here's the menu: the hottest, freshest, crunchiest popcorn, each kernel popped to its fullest with that real movie time taste. Cold drinks. You'll find your favorite ice cold, tasty, and thirst quenching. And hot dogs, hamburgers, and candy, too. Now a short intermission, so you'll have time to make your selection before the show begins.
It's 2 minutes till showtime.
Your attention, please. All new hotshot electric in-car heaters have been installed for your comfort and convenience. Just insert heater through car window and turn on the switch. When leaving, please turn switch off and replace on speaker post. Warning, high voltage.
High voltage, baby. High motherfucking voltage.
Remove wires. Do not attempt to open heater unit. If you need assistance, please notify the theater box office or concession manager.
Top quality hamburgers, the most popular snack in the country. We serve them plain or garnished to your taste.
There are words men live by, words of strength, of wisdom, and of peace. We urge you to find the spiritual comfort and guidance we all so greatly need by attending your place of worship regularly.
Just 1 minute to go.
And now, on with the show.
Oh boy. Oh, Nelly. Oh, Nelly. All right, Mike, you got this. You got it, buddy. Take care of business, bud. That's all you got to do. Breathe, 2, 3. Oh, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, I implore you. Oof. What's going on, everybody? Thank you for spending a little Friday night time with us. Grown Men Record Night action. Sure you would. Why wouldn't you? I don't really have a great reason for you not to, and I would suspect neither do you. Rock me like a hurricane. That's the first thing I look down and see. We got a long way to go, folks, and that is no way to start the show. There's no way to start the show. As you met, Kitty, you good? Damn, son. Kitty, your paw. Give me your paw. Cat just like fell out of the fucking window. Earlier in the week, apparently I closed the refrigerator door and she was in there. She's been trying to get in the refrigerator. Kitty, I think you're starting to lose it a bit. I'm just throwing it out there. She's getting a little older, and I think Kitty's starting to go off the deep end, which we've all been there. Of course, I wouldn't recommend it. You may notice the lack of stupid co-host in the building tonight. Zonkman's got something going on. Jay? Not really sure what Jay's doing. He just said he couldn't make it tonight, so I'm just going to leave it right there. We could all speculate. There's lots of speculation, but look, I'm not here to speculate tonight. I'm here to have a good damn time, a good Friday night time. I'm here to have a good time with you guys, huh? All right, let's lock the fuck in and put it on that truck while we're at it. Hey, there's lots of time. I put lots of shit on trucks by myself, no help. I have no problem putting things on trucks by myself, so let's put it on that fucking truck. You dig the solo shows? I appreciate that. I'll take all the gas I can get, Abacus. Yeah, see, what's up to people I haven't mentioned, haven't seen tonight? Merv, always a pleasure to see the Mervinator up in this mug. Stupid Aaron Griffin, boom, Abacus. I think everybody else I may have said what's up to, but I certainly do appreciate you guys taking a little time out of your otherwise probably pretty busy weekend. Nate, what's going on with you? The truck's full. Whew. I thought I was going to have to empty the truck before the show, but we're going to try and make it through. Yes, it will be a solo YOLO show tonight. Like I say, Zonkman called in on Tuesday. That's how you do it. He called in on Tuesday. So, do you guys say call in or call out? That's a great question. When you're sick, do you call into work or do you call out to work? I feel like that's a standing in line and standing on line type question. What's up, Vance? Just had Del Taco open up down here. Oh boy. Oof. Hell yeah. Jay's busy giving HJs under the overpass. What are we doing? I called in to call out. That's fair. That's a great way of putting that, actually. You call in? See, I call in. I don't call out. A thing of call-ins? Jesus. My call goes inward. My call goes up to the top. Actually, sometimes I just don't show up and nobody knows that I'm not there. What do you call that? I call it the fucking American dream. That's what I call it. Yeah, so we're going to do a little solo YOLO show. Luckily, I got some fantabulous All right, I'm going to just start right there and apologize for using that word. That was terrible. I've been having a lot of fun collecting 45s here recently. Oh my God, did my shoulder just come out? That's tough. But yeah, I've been having not only collecting 45s, but having an absolute blast after the show program over on Twitch. If you're not following us on Twitch, what are you doing with your life? But, you know, when we finish the program here, we go back over to Twitch, play some more records. And last couple of weeks, I've been having a lot of time, I have a lot of fun playing some 45 sets over there into the wee hours of the morning. Hey, I got a fresh batch for tonight for Dig of the Week. I got 8 45s to talk about and a couple of cassettes that come with a bit of a disclaimer. No, they don't. No, they don't. But yeah, so to speak, I picked something up that I don't think we've done. It's a possibility. Actually, I went to a store. We'll get into it later. But no, I thought I was going to get one of the dirty Mountain Dew things. I went into a Sheetz down here. Surely a Sheetz is going to have it. Nope. So I ended up picking something else up. It's all good. Turns out I'm going to be by myself. That doesn't really make a fuck anyway. But yeah. Picked up a turd. What's up, MT? I played a little MT record earlier tonight. We'll get into that, what we played. We call that a tease in the business. God, where do I want to start here? It's been kind of a crazy week, work-wise. Sort of. Been doing a lot of big-time business. We had kind of a thing go on down here with the zoo. I don't want to get into the whole problem that the zoo had because they've had a rough week, so I just don't want to get into it too much. But we have a really fantastic. I don't know about where you guys live. Probably don't live as good as I do, but we're blessed with a really fantastic zoo in North Carolina. Like the big zoo here is in Asheboro. It's about 30-40 minutes from here, and it's just a fantastic zoo. It's so good, and it's one of those things where I kind of grew up with it. And you don't realize how awesome it is until you go to some other states. Boy, let me just tell you, some of them, even like in big cities, some of the zoos are fucking sad as shit. We have these big, large, like open areas where all the animals can roam around. You go to some big cities and they're like locked up in cages. All the animals look like they got bad credit and shit. Some of them smoke cigarettes, which I don't endorse. I don't know. It's just kind of a tough look for a city to have a zoo like that. I don't know if you guys ever been to the Memphis Zoo. Actually, it's not Memphis. It's just south of Memphis. I don't know what town it is. I can't even remember what the fuck it is. But I go into this this zoo. Okay, I was shooting some bullshit up there. And in this zoo, they had one dog. They had one dog in this entire place. Yes, you're right. It was a Shih Tzu. Now see, I'm up here working. I'm trying to work this shit out. That zoo would have been in Mississippi. There you go. Are you the guy in the comedy club that stands up and says, actually... The correct answer is upper motor neurons. Upper. Again, thanks everybody for spending a little time with us. I'm using the Royal Us for a little Grown Man Record Night action tonight. You know, it was not that I don't always have the option. Shout out Alan Ludden. That's my Alan Ludden impression. Any Password Plus fans here? Anyway, I had the option tonight. Could play whatever the fuck I want. Nobody even cashed in any banana bucks, right? Could play anything. Kind of did. Went down some different routes. Is it route or route? And pulled out some stuff we've not pulled out in a while. So I had a good time doing that. Not that I don't like it when other motherfuckers are here and other people pull records and shit like that, but I actually had to think about, all right, oh shit, what are we going to do next? So I did that. This is my own little set or whatever. Had a lot of fun doing it. We'll get to that and what we played. I should probably pull up the other shit I was going to talk about, right? Hey, record store day. I mentioned it. Wasn't it last Saturday? I know we've talked about it since then, but I think it was like Sunday night when we did it, right? Did anybody pick up anything super cool? I didn't really, obviously I'm not much of a record store day guy, but why would Twitch ban you? Because of his languages, that's what you're saying? Yeah, I saw a lot of people were putting out record store day videos. I didn't really watch any of them, but looked like people had a good time. I don't know. Yeah, Vance, you got that. You posted that picture with a lot of good stuff. A lot of good stuff. It's good to see people were enjoying it, and I didn't hear a lot of stories of people like really missing out on stuff either. Which is a lot of times you hear like, oh, they only had 500 and my store didn't get one and that kind of shit. I didn't hear a lot of that this time, but maybe you did a video for our shit. I have to go back and check that. I have been watching some. I've gotten back into watching some VC videos. I watched one of Vance's videos last weekend. I watched the Metal Theologian one last week. I'm starting to watch some more videos. I got completely out of it for a while, which is shitty of me. I know I'm a bad friend, but like, it just became one of those like not enough time in the day kind of things. Kind of like with the guitar shit. That's why I've not been streaming on Mondays and Tuesdays. I had zero time to like really sit down and play guitar, and I've just stopped streaming on Mondays and Tuesdays for a while to give myself a couple of nights to like really lock in and play, not just pick the guitar up for 5 minutes, but actually like write stuff and sit down and play. So yeah, I started feeling like I didn't have any time. I always go visit my mom after work, then I come over here, try to get a little workout ski in, then we're either streaming or like whatever. So it's like time is of that essence. The big news today, and I'll be honest, a loyal viewer to the channel, Mr. Monitor, sent me a Twitch whisper, which I didn't see until tonight, but he sent it on Wednesday when I was going on the rampage about this. And this actually, I had completely planned on doing, sorry, I just went catatonic for a second. I completely planned on going on this big ass fucking rant that's very consistent with the rants I've been doing in the past few weeks, months, years. We mentioned it on the show last week. Boards of Canada like teased the new some new music coming out. There was just a magic video that popped up. They'd been sending out VHS tapes. Posters has been popping up. Well, it actually got announced this week. New record. It's going to be coming out May 29th. It's going to be called Inferno. 18 tracks. They also dropped another little snippet It's the first time they did anything in 13 years. If you guys know me, this is a big deal. I mean, for music that's important, for what turned me into me, I mean, Boards of Canada is top 5. I was thinking about this earlier. If I had to put that into like a list, I mean, like Chuck Berry, Nirvana. I gotta put Metallica in there. I mean, they're the first like real heavy metal stuff I listen to, and Boards of Canada's right there too. There would be somebody else, and I don't know who it would be. But that's a big deal. And so anyway, obviously I'm a major fan. This coming out and being teased, it was amazing. Tomorrow's Harvest, yeah, that was the last one. It was so good. Bob Seger, all right, let's ban Aaron Griffin. I know he's a mod, but no. So I see that this officially drops, or the pre-orders drop, and I go over to check it out. And I did this with Elder too. I was so excited. I go over there. There's like a deluxe one that comes with a book, and it's like translucent red. And I knew the prices were going to be up there for a new record and something like this. And that one was like $44.99, and then like the black vinyl was like $39.95, which is pretty standard prices nowadays, to be honest. I mean, what are we saying, right? But I put it in my cart. This is from Bleep, which distributes a lot of that Warp record stuff. And I think I bought all the other reissues from Bleep back in the day. Anyway, I throw it in that cart. I go to the checkout. And I guess since it's probably from the UK, it's like $15 shipping. And I'm getting ready to hit buy. The total price is $61. And I just froze. $61 for a fucking album, for a, just an album. The same shit we've bought our whole lives on CD and cassette and records. The same shit our parents bought. It's a fucking album. $61? Suck my dick. It ain't happening. It's one of my favorite groups of all time. It ain't fucking happening. And it just pisses me off. So now I'm like, well, I'm going to wait until it's going to end up being in my local store at some point. And I'm just going to wait until then. And if it's 40, I don't like that either, but I'll do it. But I say that that was the rant I had planned for tonight. And Mr. Time Monitor, if you're out there, brother, thank you so much. Sent me a message and said you can get it from Rough Trade. Why am I saying this before I've done it? Because everybody else is going to buy it now. I should have learned my lesson, right? But it's like $39.99, and I think it's like $8 shipping, which is not great, but it's probably normal kind of shit. So I may be doing that tomorrow. I did notice it said free shipping for $100 and over. That's the only reason I'm not pre-ordered to this point, because since it said $100 free shipping, let me go on there and look and see if there's a couple other records that have just been stuck in my crawl. And if there is something that's been on the short list, that's the time to pony up and see if I can get up to $100 and then get free shipping, right? So anyway, so I was planning on doing that whole rant and just ripping the fucking ceiling out about that shit, which I kind of did. But thanks to Mr. Monitor, the kind of backed me off the ledge. So it'll be available. I'm not as pissed off now. And I get it. I know that's because it was coming from the UK. I don't think the band's out here grifting to make money, and because obviously they don't care about shit like that as much as a lot of acts do. That's what pisses me off, is like, it's not like, there's certain bands, I'll throw it out there, like Kiss. If it was a Kiss thing, everybody knows Kiss are a bunch of grifters, whether you like their music or not. And I dig their music, but they're a bunch of grifters. If they can put a Kiss logo on something and overcharge for it, they're going to do it. There's other bands that do that too. I'm not going to name names, but that being said, I'm having a lot of fun buying 45s from Goodwill. So right now. So anyway. What up, old radios? Found some records today at Goodwill. I got some coming up in Dig of the Week, man. Yeah. $4 a record at Goodwill. See, I'd be pissed. See, look at me. I'd be pissed off about that. I'm just a fucking old man. I'm an angry ass old man. Everything sucks. Yo, what up, Dave? Just listed a sealed record from a band called Ginger King of Everything. Oh, hell yeah. I don't know that. That sounds cool. $36.99 at Rough Trade. Although it was $36.99, but I may have just gotten the last one. I swear to Christ. I swear to Christ. What did you? Which one did you get? What did you get out from under me that time? Because I didn't buy it. What was that shit? Check Alibaba. Yeah, there was something I posted in the Discord like, oh my God, you gotta check this out. And of course I didn't buy it right away. And then it was something on Discogs and MT went and bought it, which is great. I mean, I'm glad somebody got it. But yeah. Let me get to my damn shit. Sorry, oh, fuck, I meant to play some more Traffic tonight. You know, we lost Dave Mason this week. And who was it cashing some bucks on Wednesday night to hear some Dave Mason? Who was that? I can't remember. But, yeah, that's sad. God almighty, I'm just completely breaking down here. All my shit got moved. Died peacefully, 79. Born in the British County of Worcester, Mason learned to play guitar along to Elmore James, Buddy Guy, and George Benson records on the radio before co-founding Traffic in '67. That's pretty cool. And you know, when we played the one on Wednesday night, I played like a best of, which was pretty good, and was in better shape than I thought. I was sitting here thinking, I cannot tell you the last time I've played that record, and I ended up really enjoying it. Traffic is not something that I reach for fairly often, but good stuff. I mean, I was sitting there thinking like, damn, this is actually really good, and you know. Everybody else is like, yeah, it's fucking Traffic. Traffic's great. Moron. But yeah, R.I.P. Dave Mason. Should we do a shot for Dave Mason? Sure. I don't see why not. Anybody else drinking any party liquor tonight? Fontanelle, Vitamin F. God, I don't even remember that now. Remember being cool. Rye whiskey. Woof. Hell yeah. I just poured one up. I'll let it marinate for a minute. You guys go grab you one, and we'll do us one for Dave Mason or somebody. Shit. I'm a big fan, and I know a lot of people, kind of a polarizing artist, especially the newer stuff. I'm a big Beck guy, and I like all Beck. I mean, like, I like some better than others, but I've never turned my back on Beck. That's kind of hard to say. But he's got a new single out, and it's his first original shit since 2023. That last record was one of my least favorite probably. And he's going to be doing a tour that's going to run September through October. A lot of like West Coast stuff. No, not just West Coast. He's doing Toronto and Brooklyn as well. But the song's called Ride Lonesome that he did. And it sounds an awful lot like stuff from Sea Change. Was that 2000? 2002. I think Sea Change is 2002. That record, woof. I mean, really, Beautiful record. And this has a video to go along with this. Beautiful song. I think it's a beautiful fucking song, man. Not goofy or funny or quirky. It's just like good, kind of out there, spacey acoustic music, just like Sea Change, which was a fantastic record. But yeah, you got a 45 of Loser? That's awesome. Yeah, he's the closest he's playing here is at DPAC in Durham, the Durham Performing Arts Center. That's where AG is. And I would entertain that. Corky, get out of there, bud. I'm going to come get you, buddy. Quit snooting around records. Morning Phase was like that. Yeah, absolutely. And then he did, some of the other stuff like, what was some of the like kind of dancey, kind of the dancey stuff he did? But it had like that song Nicotine and Gravy. Nicotine and Gravy is one of my favorite Beck songs, and I mean that's not off of like Odelay or Mellow Gold or One Foot in the Grave or Stereopathetic Soul Manure, which all those are my favorites, obviously. But like that stuff, that newer stuff, I say newer, like 2010 to 2015, that era, or maybe 2008 to like 2015. I dig that stuff too, man. Well, where's Jay? I just realized he's not there. Kicked him out. You smell like fucking shit. All right. Cheers, everybody. I appreciate you guys hanging out, helping me with this solo YOLO show. Cheers to Dave Mason. Midnight Vultures. That's the one with Nicotine and Gravy, isn't it? A lot of those are really good, man. But I realize, like, that's not everybody's cup of tea. A lot of people don't like the early stuff as well as the new stuff they completely checked out on. So, I mean, I get it, but whatever. Let's get into some of the new stuff that came out today. I was not aware of this group called Calves. Sojourn's the name of the record. This is the drummer from King Gizzard. Playing with a couple other like swinging dicks from the Melbourne area. And this is like a spiritual jazz krautrock. Like the line is, these 10 instrumentals are rooted in Cav's love. Cav is short for Michael Cavanaugh, who's the drummer. It's rooted in Cav's love of spiritual jazz, prog, and krautrock, but never anchored to it. That's a fantastic way of putting this because it definitely hits those notes along the way. You definitely hear that kind of stuff in this. But the phrase never really anchors itself to it. That's very appropriate because it goes off in some different tangents as well. Then it kind of locks back in. He was like, oh man, that's kind of a krautrock little groove, little beat right there. And then next thing you know, they're just spacing out and doing some other shit. And it was what I jammed over today. I think there was only a couple of tracks available to stream on Bandcamp, but it was really good. I really dug it, and I didn't realize that was a side project. Apparently, this is the second record. There was another one that came out a couple years ago or whatever. And so yeah, especially if you're a King Gizzard fan or a completionist, yeah, good luck first of all. But yeah, definitely worth checking out. At least give it a little streamerson. It was a great space age pop records at Goodwill today. Man, $4 is tough for Goodwill. That is, I would not be happy with that. That's one thing I don't like about Goodwill is like here in North Carolina, in the central part of the state, we have two, like, Goodwill operates in like territories. And so there's one that's the like Piedmont Triad, and that includes all the Goodwills in Greensboro, High Point, Winston-Salem. Actually, it's not even Winston-Salem. It's like Greensboro, High Point, and Burlington. And then you have like the Goodwill of Northwest North Carolina. So it's like Winston-Salem and west up into the mountains. And the pricing structure is completely different. Like one place records are $2 and another place they're $1. At one place 45s are 50 cents, another place they're $1. Same with like, t-shirts. Like t-shirts will be $2.99 at one of them and $4.99 at another one. Kind of sucks because I go to all of those quite a bit. Yeah. Records are still 89 cents at your local. See, that's... Bought a Whopper yesterday for the first time, $6.20. Oof. You know what's funny? I actually wrote a song yesterday about Burger King. No bullshit. Stay tuned. That's all I can tell you. But yeah, check out that Sojourn from Cavs. Pretty awesome. What did I want to say here? What was coming up here? Oh yeah, another one of the Descendants reissues came out today. Enjoy, which is I think from '86. I don't know this one near as well as the couple, but like before that, like obviously Molly Goes to College. But this is a lot more like melodic and pretty palatable kind of stuff. But I jammed a bunch of this today. I really like this record. I need to pick up the Molly Goes to College reissue before I go down any other road, because that's the one I really love. Actually, I was on no bullshit. I was on the phone with a client today, and they were like talking for too long, we'll just say. And while we were talking, oh, that's gonna blow out. God damn it. While we were talking, I drew Milo on my piece of paper. Yeah. We're long-winded. Thankful I got all the records I have from all the stations that worked when they flipped the vinyl. Yeah. I would hate to that's not entirely true. I was about to say I would hate to start record collecting now. And I would, because shit's so expensive and everybody thinks everything's worth $1 bazillion, and you're fighting off the fucking douchebag college kids that got record players for Christmas and shit. And that's great. I love that people are into it, sort of. But also the thought of being able to start over, and where every record that you pick up is... you're really happy to get it no matter what it is. I do miss that feeling. I touch that from time to time now. Sometimes when I find something, I get that same feeling again. But yeah, nothing beats that. Like when you're first collecting records and you're like, oh, I picked up a Herb Alpert record. Yeah, and you get home, you can't wait to listen to it, even though it's something you know, it's not what you're going to jam in your car type shit, but you'll love to put it on the record player. But yeah. Burger King Queen. I got a soft spot for BK. Burger King was my first job. Oh, that's right. A lot of my friends had their first jobs were at BK. Jay's cousin, my buddy Mike Horney. Dude, my buddy Mike Horney, he worked at this Burger King. Oh, what was her name? Oh, I can't remember. He worked with this 80-year-old black woman that was raw as fucking hell. Betty Jarvis. I think her name was Betty Jarvis. Jay would know. But Mike would fuck with her, and he would say man, I'm not cleaning this milkshake up. Betty, you better come over here and mop this up. And she'd be like, let me tell you something, motherfucker. You don't talk to me like that. You don't tell me what to do, you motherfucker. I'll take you out in the parking lot. I'll gut you from fucking nuts to your throat, motherfucker. She talked like that. And he would say shit to her just to get her to go the fuck off like that. But yeah, she was a gangster, boy. Mike Horney fucked with Betty Jarvis. That was definitely true. That's definitely true. Let me keep on going down the line. I mentioned this. I thought Jay was going to be here because he's recently kind of gotten weird. Brand new Foo Fighters record. And from what a lot of people were saying, this was kind of a hearkening back to like the earlier, faster pace, like grittier Foo Fighters type stuff. It's their 12th record. But this is supposed to be like a rockin' ass record. And I could only find one. Some of these big bands need to get with the program, because so much today, like, I go to Bandcamp and I want to listen to like maybe your whole ass record before I decide if I want to buy it. Sometimes I can listen to 2-3 songs and I'm like, bet, sign me up. But I could only find one single from this Foo Fighters record, and it was good. It's not going to make me buy the record, but I wanted to listen to the rest of it to see if it's really what they say it is, that it's an actually like rockin' ass record. First Foo Fighters record, I fucking love. But I've kind of like, as much as I like Dave Grohl, I've not bought a Foo Fighters anything in 30 years. I dig it. I just don't like, I won't like turn the radio usually, but like, I don't go out and buy it either. Yeah, I mean, I do love, like, Dan, that's a great point. Like, I do love the, like, this looks cool, I bet I'll like this, and just take a stab and take something home and try it. I mean, for a decent price. I'm not going to go buy a brand new record for $30-$40 because I think maybe possibly I might like it. Nah, fuck that. I'm listening. If I'm spending $40 on something, I'm going to listen to the whole goddamn thing and, like, stream it a few times and be like, yep, I got to get this. I got to get it. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with taking a shot on a $10 record, for sure. Bring it home and see if you like it, and if you don't, maybe pass it on somebody else or whatever. But yeah, if it's a brand new record, I want to hear the whole fucking thing. Oh yeah. You know what I love about Dave Grohl? What I've always loved about Dave Grohl is that he's funny. He's actually a funny guy. Same with Josh Homme. They're like just funny guys. I don't just call people funny, but I think they're clever and funny guys. Jam some Nevermind after work? Hell yeah. Oh shit, you sold a sealed Sublime today? Wow. I don't own any Sublime. That's one of those bands, I've talked about that before. Like, I loved them so much back in the day. Carl was the one that turned me on to Sublime in the, like, 94, like Robin the Hood shit. And 94, 95. But like, it's too happy for me now. I just don't really listen to a lot of like happy music like that anymore. But that's pretty awesome though. I don't really listen to that shit like that anymore. Oh yeah, the Sound City doc, 100%. So good. So good. Carl totally has that Sublime fan, but yeah, dude, when I tell you like the amount of time cruising around in Carl's truck at like 19 years old, going to the mall or something, smoking a joint, listening to Sublime, going to the mall, or if I'm down in Wilmington, we're just like headed down to the beach. Carl may maybe get a little surf session while I drink a couple of brewskis on the beach, so I'm not a surfing man. But yeah, 311's from your area. That's another one. Like, that was kind of around that time. Like, I knew, like, that's funny you say that, because I met a lot of people. I was still in college at the time, and like there was like a Sublime crowd and a 311 crowd. And it was interesting how, like, it was almost like Pearl Jam and Nirvana for a while, where those fan bases like took a side and would not like cross over. It was very weird. It was very weird. Would like that Ginger record. Oh, is it the band Ginger with the chick singer that's that Ginger? If that ginger is crazy. Yeah, I ended up digging them both. Like it was a little later for me when I got into like, I got into 311, but it was like that, like the early 311. Grassroots, I still love Grassroots. We were born in the 70s. And the blue CD, the one that had Down on it, was okay. But all the stuff before that I liked a lot better. Oh, it is that ginger? Oh, I didn't notice that before. Yeah, I know Ginger. Hell yeah. Ginger's nuts. That chick is bonkers. A little hip hop. I know it's not for everybody. We don't have a ton of hip hop heads here in the crowd, but got to throw this out. I love me some Aesop Rock, and this is I didn't know they were doing this series. Aesop Rock and Homeboy Sandman. They've got this thing called the Lice series, and this one, obviously the cover grabbed me. Miami Lice season 4. It says this time Aesop Rock handles all the production. It's got a bunch of synth work and shit on here, some really nice drum beats and shit, and it's only an EP. It's 8 songs, but man, this was really good, man. I enjoyed this. I'm a big Aesop Rock guy anyway, but like this was a fun listen. A lot of like the lyrics are really comical and like quirky. Nothing serious about, shooting bitches and robbing motherfuckers and no shit like that. It's like just happy, fun, quirky, creative rhymes. A lot of creative rhymes, a lot of creative production. So if that sounds like your cup of tea, definitely some backpacker hip hop, bro. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know a lot about Homeboy Sandman. I've seen that name bounced around, but I don't know much about the dude. I love that. If Aesop Rock's made a bad record, I've never heard it. Yeah, everything he does is good shit, man. Good shit. Listen to a Don Johnson song today. I got some Don Johnson. Don't I got that single? It was bad? Come on. Maybe I'm thinking of the Eddie Murphy song, Party All the Time. Need to check out Noel. Yeah, I remember you sending that to me. Where are they from, Aaron? You know? Do you know? Oh, here's a weirdo. Actually, I thought it was a weirdo. I thought this was like way out of left field. A group called Phantom Logic, and the name of the album is Salt and Dust. It's on a label called Glory or Death, which I'm not Michael familiar with. Tennessee. Yeah, what up, Clam? How you doing, bruh? But the byline on this thing here, this Phantom Logic, it's a deep dive into heavy, hypnotic psychedelia. Okay, surely. Blending expansive guitar work, improv flow, immersive sonic textures, and then here we go. I'm reading this as I'm listening to it. I'm like, man, these guys are jamming. Featuring Isaiah Mitchell from Earthless. There you go. The album moves between control and chaos, delivering yada yada yada. What it is, I mean, it's some of that. It sounds like Earthless. If you dig Earthless, you will love this record. It's Homeboy standing on that wah pedal. Thick, long, psychedelic, jammy passages. If you like Earthless, I guess this is like a side project of Homeboy. Definitely check it out, dude. I tend to like. I'm a little weird when it comes to like if I'm in the mood for like stoner rock, quote unquote. Some of those terms I just get tired of throwing around, but like it is what it is. If I'm in the mood for stoner rock, I typically don't reach for Earthless. Earthless is it's a different animal to me because it's so psychedelic and like wah pedal driven, and they have some riffs in there too. But like, I think I have to be in a different mood. Like if I'm in the mood to hear Caius, it's not the same vibe as to hear Earthless for me. You know what I mean? But anyway, I really enjoyed that. And again, if you like Earthless, at least give it a fucking Bandcamp. And here's another one. And here's another one. And another thing. Another on that stoner doom kind of tip here. This is a Heavy Psych Sound release. The Lords of Altamont. It's called Forever, a DFFL. It's the 8th sacrifice to the rock and roll underworld. Now, this is I didn't know these guys. Apparently, these guys have been around for fucking ever. And I don't remember this. 28-year history. It says dope forever, forever loaded. They're from LA. They've got this 60s garage kind of sound, and they mix that with like psychedelic rock, punk, and like some just kind of like heavy blues stuff. A lot of that like B-movie biker imagery that we all fucking love. They mix a lot of that vibe in with this. It's just good like heavy rock and roll kind of stuff. I really enjoyed this. I couldn't believe they've been around for 28 years. And if I've ever heard of them, I guess I fucking forgot, because that was a brand new one on me. But I enjoyed what I heard. Kind of reminded me, they were on that cruise last year, for real. They kind of reminded me of Death Wheelers, if you guys are familiar with that band on Riding Easy, which they make up like pretend soundtracks for biker movies, like that kind of vibe. It kind of sounded like that. So if you're into that kind of shit, it was a great listen. But yeah, Heavy Psych Sound. And fuck, now I need to go back and check out some of their other records, I guess, at this point, because it's 28 years. What am I doing? I'm floundering. That's what I'm doing. I agree with Zep Pearl. He probably did see him. Yeah, that's a good guess. I mean, I would take the over on that for sure. I would definitely take the over on that. Breaking news, Bob Mould has a torn retina? For real? That doesn't sound pleasant. Let's get in a little bit of what we played tonight. Boom. Oh. So, oh my, I had some shit fall over. This was something that was supposed to be shelved a couple of weeks ago. I think it's when Cameraman was up, and it was just kind of laying to the side. Started off with some little Sergio Mendes and Brazil 66, Equinox. Great record, obviously. We're big fans here on the program. Not the first one I reached for. When I reach for, this is probably the number 2. The other one I reached for is the one that's got the Joker on it. That's my favorite. But yeah, I think I had this put aside for some reason. And anyway, we ended up, I've been in a big, if you've noticed, like almost cleared out everything down here to reshelve. We're almost back to the 0 point. Herb Alpert's wife, yeah. So lots of that kind of vibe. This is a Goodwill 50 center right here. Little Herb Albert, little Sergio Mendes. Brazil 66. I've had this band stuck in my crawl this week a little bit and decided to pull them out. The Kinks, and I pulled out Kinkdom, which I've not played in a while. I can't remember exactly what year this falls. But it's got a well-respected man. That's kind of the... And It's All Right. That's also on here. Banging hits. I mean, I probably put... I think overall, I was thinking about this earlier. In terms of like British invasion shit, I think I'll probably go Animals 1, Kinks 2. then the Beatles, then Rolling Stones. That order kind of changes. Merv, have you tried the Angus Steakums? I bought a pack of those Angus Steakums. Are they better than the OGs? Let me know in the comments below. This is one, I think this came from our pal, Mr. Nate Wolferson. Michael Henderson, In the Nighttime. Now look at this motherfucker right here now. Oof. I mean, this guy's not playing around. Some pretty funky jams. This is on the Buddha label. Some really funky jams. There's a couple. I skipped one slow song tonight. But even generally speaking, the slower jams were still very, very soulful slow jams. Totally palatable slow jams. I'm trying to get a year, but I'm not going to be able to see this. Yeah, no, he means serious business. This was great, though. This was fantastic. Again, you had to dodge a couple of slow, like super slow ones on there. Go to the general and save some time. Oh, here's the MT record. I've not pulled this out in a little bit. Of course, I keep the post-it where he had to put my name on it. I consider that like an autograph. Deaden. And I don't remember fuck all about this band, I will be honest with you. All I know is it says support your local outlaw bikers on it. And I remember that, and I remember it, it sounds like Motorhead, but with like really, really bad production. But in a cool kind of way. I mean, boy, this shit's like Treble City. Why is this shit not doing what it's supposed to? Anyway, yeah, I really enjoyed that. And I pulled that out in a little bit. I played the fuck out of it when I first got it. It's got some major Motorhead worship on this. But it's great. Let me do something real quick. Whoa. Huh? See if this works. If I do this. Okay, now I fixed it. Sure. This is one, actually, I picked this up when Scotty was up here. And we went up and did a little digging. I'm listening to Pergament, Yugoslav metal band. Of course you are. Of course that's what you're doing. Yeah, me and Scotty, and I can't remember who else was with us. Zonk Man, Aaron Griffin. Is that right? It was Steve's 60th thing, right? But we went to Hippo Records, yeah, and ended up buying. He had a bunch of punk stuff in there, like full album punk stuff. And for what he had this huge collection, and a lot of it was like $3-4, and I bought a shit ton of records that were like $3 or $4, like full ass albums. A lot of bands I didn't know, but were on decent labels, and I took a shot on it. This is one of those, and I bought this because of the label, 100%. I bought 2 records from this band called Swa. This is mid 80s SST kind of stuff, and I didn't know anything about them. But this was $3.99. I mean, look right there, $3.99. A $3.99 record on SST. I'm gonna take a shot, right? This is actually 87. Now, the other one I think is like 85. But this is Chuck Dukowski. We mentioned that before. I think Noisy Beast mentioned this is Chuck Dukowski's band or whatever. But yeah, I really enjoy this stuff. This is kind of that, it's punk, but it's like kind of, this reminds me a lot of Husker Du, like that type of vibe. Like when I say punk, it's like that kind of punk, I would say, sort of. Maybe a tinge of some Minutemen or something in there. Like it's not your standard fare like like punk rock kind of stuff. It's not that. But good. Are we doing anything for Steve's 75th next year? See, that's why he didn't come around. You guys are roasting him. He won't ever come back. Because of the Boards of Canada news, I wanted to play a little something. By far, the record I probably play the least. That may not be true. I probably play it more on the show than a couple of the other records, just because some of the ones are like really slow, like a Beautiful Place Out in the Country. It's a very slow record, which I love. It's beautiful, but it's definitely slower. This does have some meat on it when it comes. It's got more of a trip hop vibe at times, so there is a lot of like driving beat stuff, even when it gets weird and whatnot. Campfire Head Phase. It's least favorite Boards of Canada. I mean, but that's, that's being picky. It doesn't, that's not true. I was going to say, it doesn't break me off the way that like Music Has the Rights to Children or Giagotti or those albums do. It doesn't give me the same feels. That's not true. That's not true. There's definitely songs on here that really, really do that. Dave Ann Cowboy, and we played side 2. What was the one we listened to tonight? I think it's Hey Saturday Sun. We played side C, I think. Oscar, See Through Red Eye. Arda Cronin, Hey Saturday Sun, Constants Are Changing. It's not my go-to reach for Boards of Canada. Dave Ann Cowboy is the one that people will know. I think they used it on Adult Swim back in the day. A lot of people would recognize that. Even if you're not a Boards of Canada fan, when you hear that, you'd be like, oh yeah, I heard this on a commercial or something. It's that song. The video for that was the Baumgartner Space Jump, like the OG Space Jump, Felix Baumgartner. That was the video for that. A lot of people know that shit. Yeah, they're actually two Scottish brothers, even though they say Canada. Realized we'd not really played anything with any kind of meat. Well, no, that Deaden was heavy. But I want to go something a little like thicker. Let's put it that way. Not necessarily heavy, but thicker. So I pulled out this Goya record. Jesus Christ. Arizona guys. This is The Enemy. This thing is... They got a fuzz tone on this record, and I kind of came to the conclusion during a part... STB Records. I was in a... I used to be in a record group with the guy that owned this label. I think his name was Steve. And I think he hyped this up, and I took a listen back in the day, and just fell in love with the tone. But I came to the conclusion, I came to the conclusion tonight, during like a quieter part when just the bass was going on, that a lot of that super gnarly, thick fuzz tone, the bass is doing a lot of the heavy lifting on that, because the bass is pretty super saturated, fuzzy. And you can kind of hear that when it's playing by itself. But when you combine that with a guitar fuzz tone that's also doing a lot, you put those together, man, crushing, an absolute crushing tone. If you've never checked out Goya and you like heavy stoner rock kind of stuff, definitely worth checking out, man. That shit is phenomenal. It's one of those, you hear the riffs, you just start making that stank face. Like, god damn, boy. But yeah, Goya books, check them out. Wanted to hear a little hip hop. I was like, okay, we did like we did some like trip hop. We did some punk. We've done some early metal. We've done some later stoner stuff. Not mixed in a hip hop record. Not pulled this out in a while. I think this came from I bought it at hip hop. I thought it came from Boss Man, from a stack. But it's from 2000. It's a Killer Mike record from 2003. Monster. Really good stuff. And I really love the song, what's it called? I played side 4, Sex, Drugs, Rap, and Roll. Really, really, really good stuff. Killer Mike, of course, Run the Jewels fame, but this is a solo record way, way, way before that, obviously. Got to be a fairly politically active cat later in life. And he, that's who if you guys watch the show Ozark, you know when Ruthie goes to the bar in Chicago or some shit, she runs into Killer Mike in the bar, and he tells her she needs to get some sleep, and she says, I don't sleep. And she's like, why don't you sleep? And she says, you know, referencing Nas. She's talking to Killer Mike. Anyway, yeah, good hip hop record, man. Twoism, I'm taking a deep dive into it this weekend. Oh yeah, that's the first one I ever saw or heard. That's got a lot more beats in it. Like you can put there's certain like I was talking about, like a Beautiful Place Out in the Country. If you put that on at 3 p.m, you better be really stoned, man. Because it's going to just kind of drone you out there and kind of hang you out to dry. Twoism is a different story. Twoism's got lots of nice beats to go along with it. So even though it's vibey and kind of trippy and shit, it's got those beats to kind of keep you right there locked in. Yeah, Twoism's fantastic. And I remember before I collected records, I was in a record store in the 90s, and I remember because that cover is so iconic with the Twoism, that image. I saw that, and I knew Boards of Canada. I was already listening to Boards of Canada them on CD from some compilations from my buddy in college. And I remember looking at that record and be like, man, I would love to. I remember that record was there, and right below it was a Peanut Butter Wolf record. And I picked up both of those records and looked at them, and Boards of Canada, Twoism, and a Peanut Butter Wolf record. I can't remember which one. And I remember thinking like, man, I wish I had a record player. Like, I wish I collected records because I would love to buy these, you know, like. Yeah, that's what I remember about Twoism. Keeping it moving. Streamed a lot of this week for some reason. It just kind of jumped up in my crawl. I can't remember. Something triggered this. And I know we've played. Shane has actually cashed in some bucks to hear the first Queen's record here recently, a couple of times. But I've not pulled out Rated X in a really long time. And this is a no skip record. This is 100% a no skip record. There's not a bad song on this record at all. And I find this may be the third or fourth Queen's record that I reach for, like, from time to time. Like, if I'm gonna do a hierarchy, I don't know that this may be 3 or 4. I don't know why, because this may be, I mean, it's just as good as any of them. 100%. And finally, I've been meaning to play this for 2 weeks and finally remembered it was the last record we played. So to be fair, I barely remembered, but I did remember to pull out Pale Communion from Opeth. This is one of those Opeth records that it's not a death metal record. They're not screaming and hollering. It's essentially like a prog record, sort of. If you had said this is a Porcupine Tree or a Steven Wilson record, I'd be like, yep, all right, cool, yeah. I would totally believe it if you told me that. It's that type of vibe. If you've never heard this, some of that stuff, some of the Opeth stuff, which I love, but some of the super heavy stuff, I don't pull that. I wouldn't pull that out very often. This one is a monster. Some of the best musicianship in my collection actually comes from this record. Fantastic record. When did this come out? I bought this brand new. Pretty sure. But there was a lot. That was one of those things. Like a lot of people like poo-pooed, like, oh, they sold out. They're not doing super heavy music anymore. Yada yada yada. But it's awesome. Whatever they're doing, it's awesome. Reminds me a lot of that. What's the Danny Carey prog band? Starts with a V. Reminds me of that a lot. That type of like heavy prog stuff. Like them better after? Yeah, me too. Not Voivod. Starts with a V. Danny Carey's the drummer from Tool. The red cover. God damn it. I keep wanting to say Volcom. It's not Volcom. It's Vol something. Badge Ninja. God damn it. I'll think of it. It's right down there. Volto. Fuck you guys. Volto. People trying to derail me. Trying to do a show by myself and you guys trying to derail me. That's very mean of you. Mean. Let me pull up a little marbles action, yeah? Oh, what's going on here? For some reason this launched over here. All right. Library. Marbles. Boom. Boom. Ba-na-na-na-na-na. Come on. Yep. Yep. Race. Random. Play. The fuck? Alright. Boy, that was... Oh, this looks crazy. Look at this shit. Whoa. I don't think we've ever run this. Exclamation point play to get yourself a good spot in here, folks. I'm going to take this opportunity to... I'm going to take a whiz real quick. And I'm at the end of this drink. I'm going to grab me a brewski. I haven't cracked a brewski all night. We'll be all right. No, well, no. You guys aren't going anywhere. I'm just going to pee. Be right back. All right, all right, all right. Do this shit here. That shit. Wash your hands? Fuck no. I didn't pee on them. Like George Carlin said, he's like, my dad always taught me to wash my hands when I go to the bathroom. He's like, yeah, my dad taught me not to piss on my fucking hands. Here we go. This looks like this track's got some potential. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't even know who to follow here. I guess we'll follow stupid Miss U. Whoa. On the elevator, Vader. On the elevator. Okay. All right, Nate. See you, big dog. What we got here? We got Dave and Nate duking it out for that butthole right here. It's a pretty crazy looking track. I dig this. Whoop. Everybody's jockeying for position here. Vance jumps out to a lead. See these particles in the background, these CC particle world back here? They look like balls, so that's confusing. Whoa, what's going on here? Whoa, whoa, whoa. He's scanning balls? How did Shane end up here? Adjust the emitter? Yeah. Superheating. Oh. This means Shane's shit's gonna get cooked? Let's find out. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, he made it through. Where'd he go? What happened to Shane? Shane's not even on the board anymore. He fell off? Damn, that's tough. Oh, look at this guy. This guy's up to no good. What an intricate track we're running here. Whoa, right through. Oh, no. Yep. Oh, held him up, but made it through. Oh, that was it. That was crazy. Last time Scotty found himself in a box like that. All right, everybody calm down. All right, everybody, let's finish up. Who are we waiting on? Oh, me. Fuck. God damn it. Fuck. Yeah, good track. This may be like a new, there was an update last week, you know, we had to do an update. Let's get the final results. 250. God, the track record's 124. That's insane. Yeah, I dug that a lot. Though. Whoops. Oh no. Are we still live? I just closed a bunch of shit. Yeah, I closed a bunch of shit. All right, fuck. Give me just a sec here. All I really need to do is... oh, that was the music, too. All right. Give me a sec here. I thought I Alt F4'd. I was trying to get rid of the game. And actually closed... other things. All right, is this playing? Hello? Okay. Yeah. Sorry. I closed all my browser shit. Stream manager, boom. All right, we back. Little dig of the week action for that ass, yeah. Like I said, man, I've been having a fun time jumping back in the actual crates here recently, like digging. And I did get my 45 sleeves in the mail last week, so I've been spending a good bit of time. Well, I spent a good bit of time last weekend while sitting on the couch watching Call of Duty matches, sleeving some 45s. And at some point I was like, some of the stuff I was sleeving, I'm like, come on, dude. It's like, are you going to run out of sleeves putting baloney in a sleeve? But I was actually alphabetizing stuff too. It was more just like generic, like rock, a lot of like 60s kind of like rock stuff. What's 45s run you down at NC? These are from Goodwill, so they were 99 cents a piece, and I got 2 cassettes to go along with that at 99 cents a piece as well. So for this dig of the week, I got 8 45s and 2 cassettes for $10. I mean, that's a hamburger nowadays. So I think I'm going to get a lot more joy out of this than a hamburger. I don't know how much edibles I'm on, but yeah, look at me. I bought Coors Light because that's Jay's favorite beer, and he actually brought some over. The other night, he brought a couple of beers over. I didn't drink any, but he actually brought beer to drink. So I got Jay's favorite beer with the thought that he might actually have one with me, and then the motherfucker doesn't even show up. You see the kind of shit I'm dealing with over here? It's just tough scenes all the way around the board. Oh, that's good though. Haven't had a proper beer in a week, so that's nice. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna start with some stuff that's okay. Look, I understand. Actually, you know what? I'm not apologizing for anything. I'm not in the business of apologizing for shit that I like. And I saw these in there for, again, 99 cents. I wasn't going to leave them behind because you know what? There's a time I'm going to enjoy listening to this. Who am I kidding? Most of the time. I may or may not have picked up a couple of Debbie Gibson cassettes. Okay? So what? I picked up Electric Youth and Out of the Blue. Was it the first 2, right? I love this shit. I love it like I love your mom. Yeah, these are in pretty good shape. This one's a clear tape, bro. What? I remember when I was a kid, we'd brag about having clear tapes. That was like the big deal. Like, fuck your bullshit white tape. Oh, this is a booty do white cassette. It's all about that clear tape, right? But yeah. I'm really looking forward to busting these out on a Saturday. There's some good, like, I'm a big fan of like that synth wave type sound, and a lot of that 80s pop music is like stalwart actual fucking examples of that vibe and sound. So yeah, can't wait to pull those out. First, I'm like, do I even talk about this on the show? I'm like, of course I do. Of course I'll talk about this on the show. Reginald Denny. Because it's awesome, that's why. So let's get into some of the actual records here. Like I said, I picked up 8 45s. I think I've got this in some kind of order here. And it's a mix of like, I mean, there's nothing like super rare or crazy in here. It's just good shit, in my opinion. Good shit. I'm gonna do another shot. Like he's gonna be on a follow-up to the Debbie Gibson Stalker documentary, maybe. That's what I was thinking. Wasn't Debbie Gibson like 15 when she released like her first record? Wasn't she like that young? She was like stupid young, right? Was she younger than that even? With her fucking Blossom hat on and shit? Somebody in the community, I'm not going to name any names, sent me some crime scene photos this evening from the JonBenet Ramsey case. That's a true story. Somebody sent me that tonight from the Record Night community. Yeah. Oh yeah, I think we're alone now. I'll tell you a funny story, Dan. The first record night I ever had. Well, that's not true. My first DJ gig, I'll say that. I was the DJ at our 5th grade dance. And a lot of people brought in records and cassettes that they wanted to have played at the dance. I remember we had some Motley Crue. I brought some, what did I bring? I brought some Chuck Berry, of course. I'm trying to think of what else. I definitely remember playing those. But one of the other things, somebody brought a Tiffany album and we played I Think We're Alone Now. Didn't she also do the cover? I saw her standing there. Wasn't that Tiffany? What'd you do, Aaron? Sorry, thought my shit. Okay, lock back in. Jesus, put it on the truck, Mike. You've made it this far. I'll pour a shot. That's what I'm doing. Cheers. So this is a good mix of, I actually picked the first few fantastic. I can't wait to do a set. We're doing a 45 set after the show. Long story short, too long, didn't read. We're doing a 45 set again after the show. And these are some absolute like funk and electro bangers right off of that fucking rip. This is actually a double for me. The other copy I have of this is my mom's that I grew up listening to. And that is our pal, Jimmy Castor. Jimmy Castor Bunch. This is Troglodyte. Caveman. This looks like it may be cleaner than my mom's copy. It's not great. The B side of this is I Promise to Remember. But yeah, I was listening to that Troglodyte move back in the day before the Boss Man came in with the Bertha Butt Boogie shit. I was already jamming this when I was fucking 6 years old and shit. And I also made like some of these. I made sure like this one. This is a Fatback record, and I'm a big Fatback guy. in more ways than one. I got a large back. I like the salty meat, and I like the music band. But this is from 1980. I've got a lot of fat back on LP, and so I actually made sure that I didn't have this on an album. So this single is unique. The album this is from, I don't have, actually. I thought I did, but I don't have it. The album's Hotbox. But this has Love Spell, and I mean the big one here, Backstroking. This shit's fucking funky. It'll put a little stanky on that hang down. So I can't wait to jam this on Spring Records, as you can see, or Pollitter. I guess it's a subsidiary. I don't know Love Spell, but I definitely know Backstroking. So we'll be jamming a little Backstroking. On that same kind of tip. So that was 80. This is from 83. From a record we played actually last week. It was the very last record I played on the show. It's got kind of a scratch on it though. Midnight Star. Who, you know I love me some Midnight Star. But I don't have Freakazoid. Focus, motherfucker. God damn, boy. Freakazoid on the Solar label. The other side is Move Me. So Midnight Star, there we go. Freakazoid. Parlay and Freakazoid. Since we're on that kind of tip, right? Something I might have, but I don't think I do. Super Freak Part 2. Little Rick James, bitch. I'm sorry, that's Part 1, Part 2. Super Freak. So I went from Freakazoid to Super Freak. I don't know why I said Part 2 first. I don't think I have this record. Street songs? Do I not have street songs? I don't know. But anyway, be nice to have a 45 of some Super Freak. And so now we get a little bit away from the funk, electro combination kind of vibe right there, and get into just some good old rock and roll and some pop in here mixed in. I don't think I have this, but if I do, whatever. It's not in great shape, but whatever. I picked up Wipeout from the Safaris. You can see the fucking schmutz on that right there. I love surf music like that. I just couldn't pass that up. The B-side is Surfer Joe. I love fucking surf music on Dot Records, as you can see. Yeah, I mean, you know, there's what can you say about Wipeout? But and I thought of this in this context. It's not like, oh my God, that's such one of my favorite songs. But nah, imagine while we're doing like a 45 set, in the context of the actual set, you throw a little Wipeout as a transition in between the 45s, you know what I mean? You can use that to get in and out of any record on your table, you know what I mean? So in the parlance of a 45 set, having an album like Wipeout is pretty awesome. It's another one where I'm like, I love Lost Straitjackets. I got some CDs, Dan. It's good stuff. The Tornadoes. Yeah, Tornadoes are great. I couldn't leave this in there. Considering that's a loose 45 in a Goodwill, not in terrible shape. Another one, Bites the Dust by Queen. I actually don't have the game, so like, and the B-side is Don't Try Suicide. So yeah, again, I mean, for $1, I'm not going to leave that in there. I'm excited for this. I'm a big fan, honestly. I would think like back in the day. It would kind of fall into like a guilty pleasure thing. I'm kind of past that. This shit just fucking jams. I love her music. Cyndi Lauper, little she-bop. Yo, what up, Thumpfinger? Dude, did you just see those funk and electro 45s I just pulled out? Little she-bop by Cyndi Lauper. The B is Witness. I don't know if I know that one. I probably know it if I heard it. I was thinking of you when I picked those up, dude, actually. And finally, was really happy to see this in there. Little Tom Petty Refugee. I don't own this Tom Petty any way, shape, or form. The B is It's Raining Again. Not to be confused with Sure Am Glad It's Raining by Ernest P. Worrell. Sure am glad it's raining. But yeah, Tom Petty 45? Fuck off. All day long. Yeah, did you see him, Thump? Jimmy Castor Bunch. Troglodyte. I'll do them real fast again, real quick. Just a fat back stroking. Freakazoid, Midnight Star. Super Freak. Yeah. And 2 Debbie Gibson cassettes. Because I got it like that. Hell yeah. All right, fuck. Let's take us a quick commercial break. We're going to come back. Again, that's going to be a 45 set right after the show. If I can maintain long enough to do that, Jesus Christ. But we're going to come back with a So to Speak and Chip Chat. A solo YOLO, so to speak, and Chip Chat. That's all right. I'll drink all that pop. I'll eat all them chips. By myself. Actually, we're going to do a set. I should probably kill this beer. You gonna let me kill this beer? Little rip off the old Benjamin Netanyahu over here. On top of some... Probably shouldn't do this, but... This show originated off the back of bad choices. That's kind of what we're all about over here. See, now my throat burns. So killing this beer will be easy, right? I have to tell that one around the halfway house tomorrow. Merv, I don't know if you heard me earlier. I just bought some of those Angus Steakums. Have you had them? And what do you think? Are they better than the OGs or nah? I think I'm going to cook them tomorrow night. I got some cheese whiz in there. I got some fresh onion. I got a sack of taters. I've given up buying store-bought French fries. I'm cutting my own taters nowadays. Spraying them with a little oil, a little salt and pepper, an air fryer. None of that bullshit. Straight up potatoes. What's up, Tinky? You want some beer? All right. That smoke really lingered? Yeah. All right. Let's take a quick commercial break so I can sort out all the nonsense. You want to hop up here? You come up here and tell everybody stuff about it. You come tell everybody stuff about it. Oh, dog neck. Hey, Tink, do you know what little pieces of what dog neck is made out of? Little pieces of dog. All this meat around your neck It's all just little pieces of dog. Did you think about that? Reginald! Snarf. Oh, don't you paw me. Don't paw me, bro. That's my name. My name's Paul. Us avocados. Us. Us avocados. Us avocados. Us. Us. All right, we'll be right back. Grown Man Record ought to be back in a minute. Stick around.
Lake Dolores, the magical water world that features the most exciting high-speed water slides. The family fun place that offers relaxation and incredible thrills just off the I-15 Las Vegas freeway near Barstow. Call now for special rates. Glide down the 200-foot water slides, up to 50 miles an hour. Good, clean, safe fun. A thrill a second. Bring the kids. Picnic. Camp overnight. Fly the giant swings at Lake Dolores. The magical water world that guarantees a fun-filled time.
Hey, you, listen here. I know you've been going to those burger places for lunch, and that ain't cool. You ain't been to Biscuitville for lunch. So the Big E's gonna have to club you. Take it easy, man. I want you to try Biscuitville Steak Club. It's big, and it's tender, and it's loaded with lettuce, tomato, bacon, cheese, and pickle on a big old fluffy biscuit.
For Players Club International, Mr. Telly Savalas.
You know, I love the excitement in Atlantic City and Las Vegas, and okay, I get VIP treatment. Now, you too can get VIP treatment and big savings just by carrying the Players Club Gold Card. You too can save 25 to 60% off rooms, 25 to 50% off top-name entertainment, always 25% off food and beverages. And you'll never have to wait in long registration and show lines again. The Players Club Gold Card, the way to go for incredible savings at some of the finest casino resorts in the world. In Atlantic City, use your Players Club Gold Card at Harris Marina, Resorts International, Trump Plaza, The Sands. In Vegas, use it at the Riviera, Frontier, Sahara, Sands, The Mint, plus many other hotels in Reno, Tahoe, the Caribbean, around the world. Oh, yeah. Use your Players Club card to dine in one hotel, see a show in another, and spend the night in another. Hey, no strings attached to get the club's benefits. You may save more than the cost of your membership the very first time you use your Players Club Gold Card. After that, it's bonus time, baby. You listen to Telly? Call Players Club today.
Call me now. I'll send you all the information you need about Players Club. And if you join now, you'll receive this handsome travel wallet absolutely free. Call 1-800-532-9900 now. That's 1-800-532-9900.
Can I help you? Yes, I have Amazon Prime, and I'd like my free sub, please. No, I'm sorry, it doesn't work that way. You take your Amazon Prime, you link your Twitch account, then you get one free subscription to your favorite Twitch channel, like a Grown Man Record Night. I like it at Mikey Bananas. He a funny guy, and a good looking too. Jay, not so much. Oh, I understand. How about some free soup then? Link Amazon Prime to your Twitch account and subscribe to Grown Man Record Night for free. You gain access to sub badges and exclusive chat emotes. Subject to credit approval, void where prohibited by law. See Twitch Broadcaster for complete details. Fuck, what the fuck is that? Oh, that's probably what happened before it. No, I was saying, I realized in the middle of that, all of that experience, the hip hop beats were playing while the commercials were playing. And at some point I was just like, let's just see if hopefully it's mixing down okay. And maybe it's good. But I think in the process, I thought I hit the audio for the music off and I hit the mic off. That's why there was no audio. Long story even longer. Anyway, so to speak. Boom.
Soda Spoon.
I swear to Christ, I don't think we've done this before. That was aggressive. That was really aggressive. But anyway, what I was going to do today, I did a different little run. I didn't go to the actual I did go to the grocery store. I didn't go to my normal grocery store because I knew I had stuff in the freezer, like for food, like for the weekend. So my meals were covered. So now I just need I need beer, I need liquor, a couple of snacky doos, and I needed a soda for Soda Speak. So there's one little coming into I work in Winston-Salem and live in High Point. It's about 30 minutes away. So coming into town, right off the exit, there's a Sheetz gas station. If you guys know Sheetz, it's kind of like a Wawa or a QT or something like that. If you guys are familiar with that, lots of stuff. And there's a liquor store and there's an Aldi. And so I went in and got the beer. And I totally thought that Sheetz, being that it's kind of a swinging dick and that type of environment, you know what I mean? They're one of the bigger, better, more established convenience store options, especially around here, that they would have that dirty Mountain Dew thing that Steve got. Didn't have it. They had a piss poor selection of sodas, actually pretty basic bitch type stuff. And I kind of panicked and ended up getting this, but I don't think we've done this. If we have, whatever. I mean, I'm by myself, so it probably doesn't matter anyway. But it is a sugar soda, so I'm not going to drink all this. And I'm a big fan of... and then I went over to Aldi. That was the other thing. Then I went over to Aldi and I got some chips and a sack of taters, and I got a pack of egg rolls. Anyway, sorry. There was something I was going to ask you guys. Fuck. Anyway, I'm a big fan of wild cherry Pepsi. I mean, I'm a diet zero sugar guy, but I didn't have that. But this is a wild cherry Pepsi and cream. It's the cream of some young guy, I hope. So yeah, these are, I don't know how this is going to be bad, other than it's fucking full bore sugar city, which I don't normally drink, but I do enjoy from time to time as a treat. I did just take that ripper off the Pingy, so maybe that'll help. But a creamy wild cherry sounds delightful. It's one of the best things Pepsi. I mean, I love a straight up Pepsi. I grew up drinking Pepsi as a kid. Coke was actually not allowed in my house. That was Yankee fucking bullshit. Oh, that's good. Hold that fucking phone. Can we hold that phone? I think we should hold that phone. Well, I'm not subbed to Scump. No. My Scump sub is expired, so I don't have to hold the phone. It's got a weird back end. That's good. Got to decant it. That may be quote of the night, Dan. This is really good. It's a good soda. I thought it had a weird back end kind of thing going on, but I think what I'm actually tasting is that wild cherry. And if you know if you know the Pepsi product line, you know that wild cherry Pepsi, it's got a very, we're all music people here, so you guys would be able to understand this. The wild cherry has a very treble thing with the cherry. It's not a black cherry. Black cherry's got that bass, all about that bass. Wild cherry is more of a treble, where a black cherry is a bass. You know what I mean? I guarantee you guys know exactly what I mean. So I thought there was a weird back end, but it's not. It's that wild cherry hanging around a little bit because it's stingy, tangy, trebly. You know, ghost pepper. Ghost pepper is treble. Habanero is bass. Right? I don't want to argue about nothing. That's delicious. I kind of want to dip my balls in it. It's good. That's a lot of sugar for me, like at one time. I don't really do sugar, so I'm probably going to... Also, there's blood in my urine. What does that mean? Typically. And I know... Nobody... Is there a doctor in the house? Yeah. Man. The problem is, anytime I ever drink like a full sugar soda, and I only do it here on the program, when I get like 2-3 like good like gulpersons in there, you know the first thing I think about? If we do like a zero sugar soda, especially those Mountain Dews and shit, the first thing I think of is, I got a big burp coming. Oh, I caught a hanger, Sarge. The first thing I think about, oh gosh, it's still hanging. That had a piece of something in it. The first thing I think about is, this would be a great mixer. How many times have you guys heard me say that? We do an orange soda, an orange cream, a cream soda, a pineapple, a tamarind, whatever the fuck. Anything lighter and crisper or zero sugar, I'm immediately thinking this would be a great mixer. When I get into a full ass sugar soda like this, I take 3 gulps and I'm like, bro, man, you could pour this bitch over some vanilla ice cream right now and I just may fucking start tweaking those nips. Right? That's what I thought of. 2 or 3 big gulps of this right here, and I'm just already thinking like, man, if I had some vanilla ice cream, I would be an absolute menace right now. Absolute menace. But that's a good thing. I think it's because I don't normally drink them, so when I do, it's just like, oh fuck yeah, pour it over ice cream and some pancakes, and then put some brown sugar on the top of it. But anyway, very good soda. A little chip chat action. Let's go ahead and mute it. I'm just going to mute this audio. Boom.
Potato chips, how my mom does do. Potato chips, how my mom does do.
Excesso calorious. Excesso. There's a lot of stuff on the chip, is what you're saying. Those are thick.
Papas.
Look at that.
Es delicioso.
Ah! Sting City. Did I get any more corn nuggets? No, I didn't get any corn nuggets. I was actually pretty squared away when it comes to like food for the weekend. But I'm telling you, man, Aldi's such a magical place. I walked into Aldi. I kid you not, brother. I walked through those sliding doors. I made that quick left turn, and I turned to the left, and I went, And there was a pack of egg rolls. It looked like the yellow styrofoam pack you get like bratwurst or Italian sausage in the deli. So they're not frozen. They're like refrigerated big fucking pork egg rolls. Like this big. Now somebody's got a sub. They're like this big. And they were like $3.79 for like 6 of them. So it's literally, as soon as I walk in, I turn to the right. They're like right there. And I bought them. I didn't need them. But no, I didn't. The corn nuggets you can only get at the Walk March, and I didn't go to Walk March today. I went to Aldi instead. I came out pretty. I spent $15. The pickles died. Your pickle's dying, Nate. Don't you worry about my pickle. Yeah, for Chip Chat, picked these up last week. And actually, for everybody's information, I have a backup pickle. I have one of these pickles sealed in the package. So when this does actually kick the bucket, and you can actually switch the battery out. But if it does actually not just die battery, but like conks out, I've got a backup. Pickle Fest tomorrow in Mount Olive. I actually saw that, Dave. I went to college with a guy. His name was Yancey Parker. And his voicemail, when you called him, I think we used to buy weed from him at NC State. And it was like, I guess like if you're doing the voicemail prompt, they're like, say your name after the beep. And when it beeped, he goes, yeah, Yancey Parker. So we called him, yeah, Yancey Parker. Because if you called him, it would be like, boop, yeah, Yancey Parker. Anyway, he was from Mount Olive. He talked like this right here. I remember him saying, I don't smoke a lot of grass back home, but when I'm up here at college, Anyway, I went all fucking bougie fucking but I would love to go to a pickle fest. I had a lot of relatives that lived in Pageland, South Carolina, which I think is like the watermelon capital of the world or some shit. They got me some really thin t-shirts when I was in middle school from there because they had a watermelon festival every year. But yeah, man, they were all about it. They love that shit. I love a watermelon. Who doesn't love a watermelon? Fuck. Yeah, so I picked these up. I love the garden veggie chips. You guys have ever seen the garden veggie? They do like those veggie sticks and all that stuff. Made with avocado oil. These are mac and cheese flavored. And I was like, okay, hold on. Let's hold that phone. Oh, sensible portions. Go fuck your mother. How about that? Sensible portions. Come on. Why are you putting that on here? You're already buying a bag of fucking chips. You're already doing a little better. They're avocado oil, they're veggie, the garden veggies, and you're gonna stick sensible portions up there in the corner? Just fuck off, dude. Just let me live my life. Just, come on. We don't have to do that. I'm working on it. Obviously, I'm working on it. Do we need to put that up there? I'm doing the best I can. See what it says on the back here. Garden veggie snacks, flavor with a pop. We started garden veggie snacks so everyone can snack happy because better for you should still be delicious. We took your favorite comfort food and gave it a puff-tastic twist. Our mac and cheese flavored garden veggie puffs bring the classic comfort of creamy, dreamy cheddar. This may be, we've talked about a lot of these, it's always been my wet dream to write these write-ups on the back of chip bags. That's my absolute. That's my absolute job, life goal, is to write these things on the back of chip bags. I could have done this when I was 8 years old. I was already primed and ready for it. But let me just back up, because this is one of the better ones I maybe have ever read. The first paragraph was plenty fine, But we took your favorite comfort food and gave it a puff-tastic twist. That's one. Our mac and cheese flavored garden veggie puffs bring the classic comfort of creamy, dreamy cheddar into every airy, crispy bite. Go ahead. Snack loud, snack proud. Fucking A. Oh. I tipped that fucking cap. Baked, never fried, avocado oil. These guys are out of New Jersey. I won't hold it against them. Oh, so they look like the puffed corn type snacks. You guys may have seen the puffed corn. There's like a Walmart store brand. Who else makes those? Is it Wise? But I've had those. Sometimes they do like butter, like a movie theater butter, like kind of flavor, and they're also like a white cheddar. Hey, I was stolen that job from you, Mikey. Let me tell you what. I will take that fucking Pepsi challenge, no pun intended, any day of the week. I go up against AI every day. And you know what I do? I win. Because that's what fucking champions do, Dan. They win. AI comes up with decent shit sometimes. But I can spot a script written by AI in a heartbeat. I'm better. I'm better. That human touch exists. These are good. These are really good. I will say they're pretty light on the flavor, and maybe that's by design. I mean, otherwise these would be bright orange, right? If we're going to get crazy, these would be bright orange. So they're definitely lighter. The snack is definitely poofier. They're just like those puffed corn snacks, which I do love, because often those puffed corn snacks are fairly low in calories. And it'll be like, maybe it's like 150 calories or something, but it's like 26 puffs. And I'm like, you dump out, I mean, yeah, right now, stoned out of my mind, I'll eat this whole bag. But like, if I'm having a ham sandwich on a Tuesday afternoon, you put 26 of these in front of me? Sure, I don't eat any more than that. Fuck, what am I, an asshole? Tuesday afternoon. These are 150 calories for, holy shit, 55 puffs. Wow. That's impressive as fuck, dude. This is like a diety food during the week. If you're just like a calorie guy. Yeah. Wow. 55 puffs. 150 calories. Wow. That's impressive, man. I fuck with that. And they're good. I mean, they're good enough. These are, let me just tell you, I mean, I'll cut to the chip. These are not going to be chip of the year at all. They're great, but they're not outstanding for sure. If they were like bright orange, they'd probably be really good. That being said, I get at Aldi, I didn't get these at Aldi, but at Aldi, I get these rice, they're like rice cakes, but they're like the small ones. They're like the size of potato chips, and it's like a cheddar flavor. And those things are fucking thermonuclear orange with cheese. And they're like, you can eat 18 of those. I think 18 of those are 60 calories. Good stuff. I would need 10 or 12 bags of those to satisfy my snack hanker. I mean, if you dog this whole bag, you're probably going to be in a good place. Gotta tell you. You're going to be in a good place. I'm going to have a little bit more and then maybe a little Pepsi to finish it off. So I can put in a fresh upper decky to do this 45 set. because we got something working here on the back end of this. Anybody want to post a Twitch link for me? I'd really appreciate it. I don't want to look for it. It's twitch.tv/Girlman Record Name. We're playing, and I found my other 45 adapter. Thank you, Aaron. Aaron, one of the early, I thought it was going to be way better than what it was. You just unlocked a memory from a very, very early Grown Man Record Night. I took a bag of like Lay's, like original Lay's, and I took a package of macaroni and cheese powder and put that in the Lay's and shook it up out of my quest for just a straight up cheddar cheese potato chip, which as a kid, I remember asking my mom, number one, why is there no apple soda? There should be an apple soda. This is America, apple pie. There should be an apple soda. Number two, there should just be a straight up cheddar cheese potato chip. This is pre-Cheesums from Pringles. Anyway, I tried it with a Lay's and a package of the macaroni and cheese powder. There were a couple of chips in there that were elite, but overall, maybe I just didn't do a great job of the dispersion in there. But it was a little underwhelming. I thought it was going to be great. Maybe we'll try that some other time. We should try that again. We definitely should. Books. Let's check them out. Thanks for watching the program. You guys are pals of mine. I really appreciate you hanging out with me. The solo yellow shows are tough. I'll just tell you. Not everybody can do this. And when it's over, you take that deep breath, you get a little belt of liquor, a little Benjamin Netanyahu, cold beer, and do a little 45 set. It's liable to be epic. It's actually liable to be epic. Thanks again for hanging out. Appreciate you. We will be back. If not before, we're going to come up with a Saturday show again at some point. Those are going to be surprises. Oh, God. Oh, that had like enzymes or something in it. But if nothing else, we'll be back on Sunday night for the Shelvin Show. Have a great weekend. Appreciate you. Thanks for the commitments, the recommitments, the continued support of the program. We'll catch you mañana. I don't know why I said mañana. Fuck. Put some wild cherry Pepsi cream soda into it, Merv. It's gonna be great. Perfect.